Hi, I'm John from PGP Wedding Films, and welcome to Say Yes to the Best, where we talk to the best wedding pros to give you wedding planning advice. Subscribe on YouTube and follow us on Instagram. We have new content out all the time to help you with your wedding planning. Today I'm with Becky from Sherm's Catering. How you doing, Becky?
Hi, John. I'm doing well. How are you?
So I wanted to start off with a few quick, kind of hard-hitting questions.
I'm ready.
What's your favorite appetizer?
Crab dip.
Favorite entree?
Sun-dried tomato, chicken, and a cream sauce.
And what is your favorite comfort food?
Scalloped potatoes.
So the one thing that when I was a groom that I actually cared about in wedding planning was the menu and what the food was. My wife could have taken care of everything else. I just wanted the food to taste good. I think that says a little bit about me.
Yeah.
So thank you for being on. I think this is going to be really, really helpful for our audience. Because I know you wanted to talk today about how the cuisine of your wedding can be more than just some tasty food, but really help elevate and contribute to the aesthetics of the day.
Absolutely. So I think one of the things that you should look for when you're hiring your vendors for your wedding is vendors that fit within your vision. So the vision is yours, not ours. And what we can do is we can encompass all of the textures of your day and back to your food. So the linens should tie together with your flowers, and your table setting should tie together with the comfort level of your menu. And your appetizer hour might extend longer because you really love appetizers. So the textures of the whole entire day go seamlessly together with your menu. So what we do is we invite you to go alongside of us and customize everything. We really honestly find that no two weddings are the same.
What are some of the most important details a couple should talk to you about when they're doing their planning so that the food and everything else kind of works together the best?
That's a great question. So one thing we get asked a lot is about dietary needs, restrictions, allergies. Those are all things I highly recommend get brought up in the beginning during the tasting. So if you, the bride or groom, have a gluten intolerance, for example, let me know that, because you're the star of the day and the day should focus on you. So I want to make sure that the majority of the menu is gluten-free for you. If you have significant guests attending your event that are vegan or vegetarian, I also reassure you that we have options for that. So we choose to make sure that every single person has a hearty and comfortable plate. And it's important for us as a company and our mission for everyone to eat. So what we make sure to do is not just have the sides. We want them to have a full balanced meal. And it's actually pretty fun for the kitchen to be able to come up with something to go alongside your menu and be special for those people that do have restrictions that they need to follow. So that's one of the biggest things we talk about at the tasting is imagine everyone that's attending your wedding and those 15, 20, 30 people that are like super important to you. Make sure we have things that they can enjoy. And if not, let us help you customize that. So we talk about all of that at the tasting, as well as different likes and dislikes for maybe you don't prefer a lot of salt, or maybe you're from Maryland and you really love to have Old Bay in your crab cakes. And that might not be a part of our normal standard, but we're happy to tweak it for you.
What is the biggest challenge that you have to kind of deal with on a pretty regular basis when it comes to creating the perfect menu for each wedding?
So I think one of the challenges is that couples tend to think about others before themselves. So one of the things I like to remind couples is that the day is about them and that they should love every menu item. It should be something they want and not focus on Aunt Flo or Aunt Jane, who might not like this or not like that, and let us take care of the customization to make sure that we feed and service every guest. So one of our mottos for our company is our service is better than our food, and our food is the best. We've won a lot of awards for our food and our service. And so that's something that our customers say to us time and time again. And so we ask that couples allow us to take care of the service side. We'll take care of everyone. You invite them and enjoy your day. So I think that's one of the biggest things we struggle with is people allowing us to do that for them.
What is one of the biggest misconceptions that you have seen when couples come to you about, just working with a catering company?
So I think one of the things that we struggle with sometimes is if they've never planned an event at all. So say it's a young couple or even an old couple who's always had someone else do that planning side of it, they have zero idea what to do. So first we guide them through, you should attend a tasting. We should try the food together. We should make sure that all the flavors are the way that you would like them. Although we have our own menu and our own recipes, we can tweak things a little bit for each couple. And so one of the things we like to do is make sure to guide them through that stage of everything and then give them the comfort back to know that whether I'm there personally on their special day, our team has the same information that they've provided to me because of all the system and procedures we have in place. And so the comfort is not only with me, but with the company. So we always recommend people hire a company they trust, that they will put their trust in, and that they know will be there as part of their day, which is why for us it's a huge thing to be more than just a caterer. We're there for your whole day and we'll make sure everything goes seamlessly throughout the day, whether it's something we're responsible for or not. We'll talk about those details later and make sure everything goes seamlessly for them, because at the end of the day, it's one special day they get. There's no redo. Everyone plans to be married once. And so we want to make sure that whole day from beginning to end is exactly what their vision has been. So we like to talk about vision from day one so that we know how the menu goes into that, how the colors go into that, and if there's something that they want that maybe isn't a part of their budget, how we can make it so that we can accomplish a part of that vision for them.
What are some of the main differences between working with a company like yours as kind of an independent caterer that comes onto a site versus working with maybe a venue that has a caterer already there who is part of the venue team?
So I think that one of the biggest pluses to hiring a venue that does not have a caterer on site is that you get to choose and you get to trust all the vendors that you have for your entire day. So if you choose, for example, a hotel, there's nothing wrong with that. The hotel comes along with catering staff that's already there, and you have to choose from the menu they have, and you have to trust them as much as you trusted the venue. Whereas if you choose an offsite caterer and it's allowed at your venue, you have the ability to choose and try all the caterers that are allowed and choose someone that you trust. And for me, it's a big thing to be able to put together what I call your VIP vendor team and know something of all those companies and choose that versus being told you have to have that. I think that's a big thing that, it could go one way or the other, but it's a matter of your comfort.
What is the biggest mistake you see couples make in regards to their cuisine?
Not knowing their budget when they start. I think a lot of couples go into things with a preconceived notion of what a budget should look like and then try to fit their menu into that. Whereas I highly recommend you start with a budget and hire your 3 to 4 biggest vendors from that budget. If photography is number one for you, you should know your photographer before you pick a date. If you've always dreamed of getting married on a barn that has dirt underneath of it and hay bales, then you need to figure that out first. And if you're a super, super foodie person, you should probably consider hiring your caterer first and then go to a venue that they're preferred at. And I think one of the biggest things is not considering budget from the beginning so that all the things that are most important to you can seamlessly go into your day.
If you could give each couple one piece of advice with their wedding planning, what would it be?
That's a hard one. One of the biggest pieces of advice, number one, enjoy your day. Number two, always eat the food. You need to feed yourself. You need to be able to sustain the day. And the last thing I think would give as advice is to lean into your vendors and really trust them. Most of your vendors have been in business for a long time. I can say for us personally, we've been in business for 12 years. And so we have 12 years of experience behind that. So that's a few thousand weddings. And so really lean in and trust that you've chosen the correct people and that if there's guidance we're providing, it's to make sure you have the best day, because we may know details about your day that you'll never even know.
What is the best part of what you do?
100%. It's at the end when everything is set up for the couple and they come in and see it for the first time. It's knowing that I was able to be a part of that. It's very humbling to be able to be a part of someone's special day that, again, they only plan to have one time. And to see the look on their face and know that they've eaten their menu and that they've gotten the plate that they thought was exactly the way they wanted it, and that all their guests are coming up to them like, oh my God, I've never had filet cooked that way, or I've never had a crab cake without Old Bay and it was so amazing. To be able to have people come back to you and say like, I really appreciate it. I've had a lot of compliments on the menu and on how the whole entire room looks is very humbling. I sit back with my pitcher of water when it's time for me to take a break and I just look at the room enjoying itself and feel honored to be able to be a part of that.
Becky, thank you so much for being part of the show.
Thank you, Don. We really appreciate it.
Again, Becky from Sherm's Catering. All of their information is going to be below. Thank you for watching Say Yes to the Best. Please subscribe on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram. We have new content all the time to help you with your wedding planning. So thank you again and happy planning.
you, Christine, to be my wife. I promise to be faithful to you in good times and in bad, in sickness and in health, to love you and honor you all the days of my life.
I, Christine, take you, Kevin, to be my husband. I promise to be faithful to you in good times and in bad, in sickness and in health, to love you and honor you all the days of my life.
So I pledge